Venn diagrams and two-way tables, harder scenarios and probability. 16 people were surveyed and asked about their pets. 6 people owned a dog, 4 people owned both a dog and a cat, and 3 people had neither. So you can see we've got 3 bits of information, and they really can try to trick you. When you see it saying 6 people owned a dog, unless they say 6 people owned only a dog, they're talking about the total. 6 people owned a dog. That means that when they said hands up if you own a dog, 6 people put their hand up. The only way it would be telling you a dog but not a cat is if it said a dog but not a cat, or 6 people owned a dog only. When anything else, if they say 6 people owned a dog, that means in total. You've got to be really careful about that. That's the thing that will trick you. Now what you'll notice is that they haven't told me both the totals. They've told me one of the totals, they've told me both, and they've told me neither. Now what you need to do is be very, very careful, and often a two-way table is actually easier. So you can see that they asked dog or no dog, and cat or no cat. And we need the totals. So your strategy is to put in all the numbers that you can be sure of. 3 people had neither, or let's start from the start. 6 people owned a dog. That's the total of people who owned a dog. 4 people owned both a dog and a cat. Dog and cat. Now what you can see already is that the total and one number lets me work out the other one. If 4 people owned both a dog and a cat, and 6 people owned a dog, then 2 people must own a dog but no cat. Now, but you don't have to start making your calculations until you've got all the numbers in. 3 people had neither, no dog, no cat, and of course 16 people were surveyed. Now in any row or column, if you've got 2 numbers, you can work out the other number. So if you know a total, you'd have to subtract the other number to get the missing one. If you want to get a total and you've got the 2 numbers in the row or the column, you'd have to add. So 2 plus 3 means 5 people had no cat. From there, we've got some other totals. I know there's 16 people, 6 own a dog, so how many must be no dog? Must add up to 16. That's 10. Then I can get cat but no dog, because this column has to add up to 10, so I can see there's 7 here. And then I can get, of course, how many people owned a cat. 4 plus 7 is 11. Check, those 2 add up to 16, those 2 add up to 16. So often the two-way table is easier than the Venn diagram when they've given you some funny totals, neither. They haven't been helpful with their information. Once you've got the two-way table, then you can make your Venn diagram. Cat total is 11. Dog total is 6. People who have both. People who have a dog but no cat. People who have a cat but no dog. Remembering that the 4 numbers in the middle of your Venn diagram are the 4 numbers in the middle of the two-way table are the 4 numbers in the zones of the Venn diagram. No dog and no cat is 3, and the total is 16. So it's actually often easier to do a two-way table. Now we can use our diagrams to find the following. The number of people who own a dog or a cat, or both. So when you see a question that says how many people own a dog or a cat, it means both is fine as well. Just like hands up if you own a dog or a cat. If you owned both, you'd put your hand up. That's everyone in here. 7 plus 4 plus 2, that's 13 people. They're only asking for the number of people. Sorry about the noise outside. Not probability, so we're just counting. The number of people who own a dog. Now this is anyone who owns a dog. So that's got to be a total. That's dog in total, 6. I'll just circle those so we can read them. The number of people who own a dog but not a cat. Dog, no cat, 2. Now we can get probabilities as well. That would be a fraction because the probability is the number out of the total. The probability that a randomly selected person owns a dog but not a cat. You need the number of people who have a dog and not a cat, 2. So probability, dog, no cat, equals 2 out of, how many people do I have? 16. 2 out of 16 simplifies to 1 over 8. So we've learnt harder scenarios, use a two-way table, be very careful. If they tell you how many people own a dog, that's the total unless they say it's not. We can work out the number of people and probability.